Hey, Crafty friends, it's Christina from SunnyDay Memories.
And I'm Barb from Nola Stamping. And welcome back to the Crafty Copycat Creations podcast.
This is the podcast where we take one shared creative idea and each put our own spin on it. Sometimes similar, sometimes wildly different, but always fun.
And this month felt especially festive because we wrapped up December with origami inspired gift wrapping projects. It was all about folds, structure, and turning your favorite pattern paper into the star of the gift.
Think less bows and tape and more clever folds, cute designs, and presentation.
It was perfect for stuffers, secret Santa treats, small gifts, or even just making something simple feel extra special.
So let's talk about the inspiration for this one. Barb, this was your concept, and I know you love sneaking origami style elements into your card making. For December, the challenge was all about origami inspired gift wrap. Not true origami, but using folds and structure as the foundation of the design.
Exactly. We were talking about things like hidden folds, belly bands, like structured wraps, projects that look super impressive but are actually very doable once you understand the folds.
What I liked was the idea that the wrapping itself becomes the gift. The pattern paper really gets to shine. It's not just packaging, it's part of the gift.
And it's such a great way to use pattern paper. That one paper left in the pack, perfect. The paper with two beautiful patterns, even better. Those special holiday papers you don't want to waste, the best.
Plus, it was so adaptable. It showed off the pattern paper, but after you understood how it works together, it easily adapted to fit so many different sizes and shapes, which makes it usable, not just pretty.
What I really loved about this challenge is how adaptable it turned out to be. And I think that really shows when you look at all four of the projects together. We started super simple and then just kept building on that same folding idea.
Yes, that first project was such a great foundation.
Right. So, project one was the square hand sanitizer spray. And that one really was about showing how the folds work. It's small, square, simple, but we made it easy to see how the paper wraps and where the folds land and how the structure comes together without being too overwhelming.
It was the perfect starter project. Once you see it on something in a basic shape, like that square, it just really helps make the concept click.
Exactly. So then for project two, you took that same idea and used it to dress up homemade dog treats, which was adorable.
That one was all about showing how a homemade gift can feel even more meaningful. The folding gift wrap instantly elevated it and turned it into a thoughtful gift that was something that really made the care behind it shine.
And that's such a great example of how this style of wrapping works for like non traditional gifts, especially ones that are made with like a lot of love. And maybe that will include some tail wagging.
Then you scaled things up with Project 3, the Nothing Bundt Cakes Bundtlet wrap.
Yes, that one might be the one I made the most of. Buntlets are such a classic office gift, and the wrap fit them perfectly. So I made a bunch of the gift wraps ahead of time, and then grabbed buntlets on the way to work one morning. And I may or may not have snuck them onto desks for a little festive surprise, just like a little holiday elf.
Such a good reminder that once you understand the fold, you can adapt it to almost anything.
And then you wrapped things up, pun intended, with Project 4 and showed how this idea doesn't have to just stop in December.
Right. Project 4 was about packaging up some Ghirardelli square chocolates in a cute fashion, but with a Valentine's Day twist using the new Woolly Friends stamp set from Stampin' Up. Same wrapping idea, totally different season, and it worked beautifully.
That one really shows how versatile the gift wrap is. Holiday, office, homemade, store bought, and thinking ahead to the next holiday. It just all works.
Exactly. 4 projects, same folding inspiration, totally different purposes. That's what makes this challenge so fun every month. It's easy to keep building on one idea in so many ways. Okay, time for takeaways. What did you learn this month, Barb?
My big takeaway was realizing how differently we approach projects. I tend to work pretty intuitively. So I see a fold and immediately think, oh, this will scale up. This will work for this. And I just sort of make what I need.
And I am definitely not the same. I really need to understand all of the specifics before I can feel confident teaching it. I had to make a few test versions, double check the measurements, and really understand why the folds worked before it clicked for me.
which honestly is a good reminder for me. Like, I adapted this idea from an origami source and assumed everyone would just see how easy it was. But watching you work through it made me realize how important clear details and explicit dimensions are.
And once I had those details nailed down, I actually loved focusing on the smaller folds and the using minimal adhesive. It felt clean and intentional and easily doable by anyone.
Meanwhile, I was over here scaling things up and reaching for more adhesive because I was making what I needed in the moment. So, two very different approaches with the same idea.
But that's what always makes the Crafty Copycat creations work so well. The intuitive versions showed what was possible, and my process helped turn it into something other people could confidently recreate.
Exactly. Same idea, two brains, one with scissors in hand, the other double checking the measurements, different approaches, same project. And that was the magic.
All right, let's talk about what's coming next. January's Crafty Copycat Creations is all about starting the new year by heading back to basics.
So I came up with the sketch for this one, and I'll kick things off by showing how the same card sketch can create two totally different cards. I'll make a red version and a blue version to really show how much your paper choices can change the exact same design.
And I'll be sharing some ideas on how to take this same idea and adapt it even further. We'll both be starting from the same idea again and seeing where it takes us. We'd love for you to play along too.
You can join our public Facebook group, Crafty Copycat Creations, and share your version of the challenge. No pressure, no perfection, just creativity, community, and lots of ways on how to make one simple idea work for you.
Thanks so much for spending part of your crafty time with us and wrapping up December with this fun challenge.
So if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and subscribe to both Nola Stamping, that's me, and Christina at SunnyDay Memories on YouTube and all the socials, so you don't miss any of our upcoming challenges.
And don't forget to join our public Facebook group, Crafty Copycat Creations. It's the perfect place to post your projects, see what others are making, and cheer each other on.
We love seeing how one idea can turn into so many different creations.
Until next time, keep copycatting and stay crafty.